Example 7. A truck with 8/3 feet diameter wheels is traveling at 88 feet per second. Okay. Let's write down these knowns here, figure out what letter they'd be associated with. Looks like we have the diameter here once again, so we just need to divide this by 2 to get our radius. So if you divide 8/3 by 2, you're going to get 4/3, right? We're just cutting it in half. Okay. Now the truck is traveling 88 feet per second. Okay. And so this isn't measuring how fast these are spinning around, right? This is in feet per second, not radians, revolutions, anything like that. This is actually measuring linear speed. Okay, so this is V. Okay, so V equals 88 feet per second. And is what we're asked to find is the angular speed. And we're in luck because, right, we have a formula here. We have V equals R omega. So we can solve for omega there, our angular speed. Let's go ahead and substitute all this stuff in and solve for omega. So V is 88, R is 4/3, and we don't know omega. And to solve this equation, we want to multiply both sides by 3/4. Right, if you do 4/3 times 3/4, that's just 1. And this over here, this is going to give us 66. So we get omega is equal to 66 radians per second. I know that the top here should be in radians because this formula, right, requires radians per unit time. And I knew I'd have seconds on the bottom because that's what we're measuring all the time in this question. Everything's seconds. Okay. Let's give part B a try now. How many revolutions per second do the wheels make? Okay. So we know how many radians per second they're doing, and we know how to go between radians and revolutions. So let's just try and convert our answer up there of 66 radians per second to revolutions per second. Let's start that over. 66 radians per second. Okay. And to convert, we just, again, need to know the relationship between radians and revolutions. Now, we want the radians to cancel, so I need to talk about radians down here. 2 pi radians. And I chose 2 pi radians because 2 pi radians is equivalent to 1 revolution. And once again, radians cancel. Our units that we're left with are revolutions per second, just like we wanted. Okay. So this gives us 66 over 2 pi. Okay, so that's really 33 over pi revolutions per second. Right, and once again, maybe we want the decimal approximation. If we do, we can plug in that 33 over pi into our calculator, and this gives us approximately 10.5. If we round to the first decimal place, revolutions per second. All right, and that is it for 4.1.